Quel que soit côté où il y a à travers le monde, nous menons sous podium mitan kafoua. Moun sa yo, c'est moun pa yo, c'est moun pam yo. Nous devons valoriser dans mitan kafoua. Ce sont des Haïtiens qui font travail extraordinaire. Ils sont des moun ordinaires. Yo humble, yo pas aimer parler de tête yo. C'est ça yo fait qui parle pour yo. Et je dis à yo ban nous chance. Yo vinn partager vie privée yo, vie professionnelle yo. Avec vous, côté quoi besoin inspiration, côté que y a guidé pour capable progresser tout. Mitan kafoua. C'est podium tout haïtien ordinaire qui font un travail extraordinaire. Nous valorisons dans mitan kafoua. Maintenant, salut tout le monde, non pas moi, c'est Marc Lubin, bienvenue dans mitan kafoua. Comme nous connaissons dans mitan kafoua, nous avons information et éducation. Et je dis, nous allons faire éducation, nous avons information. Il y a un pile de bagaille en dedans la communauté qu'on ne connaît pas. Mais je dis, je vais venir avec le principal qui se tient dans North Miami Adult Center. Non, c'est monsieur Franklyn Glasford, Mr. Franklyn Glasford. Je vais vous donner une information sur l'école publique Miami de section vocationnelle là. Qui a un pile de détails que les connaissent qu'on paquet dans le système là. And he's well versed. He's going to be able to give us a lot of information in regard to vocational school, what we call now Miami-Dade Technical College. Okay, and then we are not going to wait that long. My name is Marc Lubin. Nous continuons à valoriser tête pour nous mettre en kafoua. Mr. Glasford, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Bonjour tout le monde. I'm good. I'm very good.
Okay.
Very good. Good to be here.
Okay, I'm happy to have you. We are going to talk about adult education centers that we have. We have 21 in Dade County Public School System. And you are the principal for the North Miami Adult Center, where it's located within the Haitian community.
Amen.
And you see them and you talk to them every day.
Yes, yes.
And for the experience that I have with you, you love being there and
Yes.
you love your people
Absolutely.
within the community, always communicating with the little Creole that you know, but you find a way.
I find a way.
To communicate. How long have you been in the system, the school system?
I've been in the school system for a total of 25 years, and I've been the principal of North Miami Adult for the past 5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
How is it for you with that experience?
It has been.
I don't want to say anything because I know, but I would like for you to share it with the people.
It has been a wonderful experience. The community has accepted me with open arms. And I can't tell you how much I enjoy I'm so proud to be the principal of North Miami Adult Ed Center. Wonderful place.
I just mentioned you don't speak Creole, but you know a couple of words. Where are you from originally?
Originally, well, I guess in order to tell you where I'm from, I have to talk about my parents.
Go ahead.
If I can. And so my parents are from the small island of St. Kitts, Nevis, which is in the Lesser Antilles, just south of Puerto Rico. And I was born in an island just north of St. Thomas, called Tortola, British Virgin Islands. And that's where I was born. How I ended up there, my father was a missionary. He was called to the ministry at a very young age. He spent some time, prior to me being born, he spent some time in St. Martin, where he was just like you. He was on Christian radio station, so he was a broadcaster. And so he broadcasted throughout the Caribbean. And then he was called to pastor a small church in Tortola, and that's where I was born, as well as my other sister was born there. And shortly after that, just to make a long story short, there was a missionary from the States that saw my father's dedication to the ministry. He saw what he was doing in the island of Tortola. My father was born with a deformity. He had a deformed leg. And as a result, that missionary said that when he got back to the United States, he was going to do all he can to bring my father up for surgery. Oh. Eventually, he did. He came through on that promise. And that's how I ended up in the States along with my family here. And so that started and I know with many of your listeners coming from an island, we all have something that we can identify with. And so that was our, journey to America,
Okay.
so to speak.
And to become, you started as a teacher to become a principal. How does that happen?
So I started, I started as a teacher because you have to start off as a teacher, and before teaching, I was in the business sector before getting into teaching, and once I got into teaching, I taught business education at the high school level. Then from there, I went back to school. I got my degree in administration leadership. And then from there, opportunities opened up. When you put yourself in position, opportunities open up for you. And so opportunities opened up, and then I became an assistant principal at my alma mater, which was at Hialeah Miami Lakes Senior High School. Okay, and then from there, I just continued to watch and to learn and to until my term was called. And it just so happened that I went into a program called Project Lead Strong, and that program landed me a resident principalship at North Miami Senior High School. So I was the resident principal there for about 15 weeks. And then shortly thereafter, an opening at the Adult Ed Center came up, and I was able to get that position as the principal.
Okay, what you're doing right now as a principal, former teacher, and a leader, do you compare that with your dad? Are you competing with him?
I'm not competing with him, and may he rest in peace. He did pass away last year. Definitely not competing with him, but I guess in a certain sense, I think in a certain sense, I'm following in his footsteps, as a leader. And I know he's looking down at me. He's extremely proud.
Mm-hmm. The way you do your thing, personally and professionally, you are close to mom or close to dad. The way you're sitting, the way you do things. Even you mentioned that, but wow. I'm sure there is something.
I think I have a lot of qualities of my father, and I do have a lot of qualities of my mom. More so probably my dad. Yes, like I take after my mom's height. My mom is like 5'10", and I'm 6 feet. My dad is only 5'3", or he was 5'3". So I didn't get his height, but definitely his mannerisms, his humility, yet his leadership. Yes.
Okay. Now let's get into the second part. Okay, or one of the parts that we need to address is the adult education centers. Okay, called trades, and we said vocational schools and everything. How do you see it? Because coming from the island, in the past when we go, every man you meet, they have a second thing that they can do. Whether they can do dressmaker. Okay, dressmaker, and they can be mechanic. They always have something else that they can do. They are lawyers, they are doctors, but there is something else. It's part of our culture. Now, when you are here and you are looking at the community, do you think that we are taking advantage of it?
I think we can definitely do more. You mentioned having a trade and how important that is, and I know people that have a trade that if I try to call them right now, they won't even pick up their phone because they're so busy. Okay, as long as you have something that you can do, whether it be with your hands or whatever it is, you're always going to eat. My father was a cabinet maker. That was his trade. Again, always busy, always busy. And so it's important that we, take advantage of the opportunities that are out there to earn some type of industry certification in a vocational program, because you will continue to stay, to be employed. So I encourage all of our listeners to take advantage of what Miami-Dade County Public Schools Department of Adult Education and Technical Colleges has to offer.
The thing is, we tend not to value those. That's
Yes.
one of things.
Yeah, and it's so
Yeah,
necessary.
can,
It's so
do
necessary.
you understand that?
It's so necessary. We need the cabinet makers. We need the mechanics. We need and not only that, you can really make a decent living. You know, everyone's not going to go to the NBA or become a professional athlete or, you know, for some, you know, being a doctor might be just not something that you're going to be able to do. But, you know, you can be a mechanic, you can be a dental assistant, you can be hemodialysis technician, you can, you know, these other trades and these other careers where you're really making an impact. And it's beneficial for your growth professionally. Yes.
And what we can say right now, it's something that we see with COVID, the time that we are living right now. And they are asking for all of those classes, those people in those classes that, okay, let's say medical assistant, patient care technician, pharma technician, phlebotomy, practical nursing. Those are classes that they have. And most of those classes a year. And do they have financial aid to help those people that cannot? And
Yes.
that will be qualified.
Yes, there's financial aid out there available for those who will not qualify. You know, if you went to a bigger college, again, you just mentioned get a career in a year. At some other programs, it may be longer than that, and then this one is at a fraction of the cost. So even if you don't qualify for the financial aid, the cost is still a lot less than it would be if you went to a regular university or a smaller college. Yes.
And the thing is, you get credits if you, for example, we have practical nursing, what they call LPN. And if you want to go to RN, you get the credits and to go to any other schools that you want to in order to finish with it.
Absolutely.
It's not only, we mentioned LPN, but other classes as well, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Now, in order for someone to start, let's say your school, which is North Miami Adult Center, okay, you have classes available. What are they? And what needs to be done in order for them to? Because not only they can get, as I understood, the financial aid from the state, but you do have some support from the community as well, where there is some money that some people cannot pay and they can come. Can you elaborate on that?
Okay. Well, our biggest program that we have at North Miami Adult is our ESOL program. So obviously, if any of your listeners are interested in learning English or know someone that wants to learn the language, North Miami Adult is the place to come. Okay. We do a fantastic job. We have caring teachers that identify with the struggle, teachers who themselves have come from Haiti or from
With no English at all.
With no English, who have learned the language here in the States or have come up through the adult ed system themselves, and they're able to identify with their student body. And as a result of our teachers, the teachers that we have, you know, our school has. In terms of our completion percentage in ESOL and adult basic education, we have outperformed many of the schools throughout Dade County. So we even won an award 2 years ago for most outstanding performance. So ESOL is our biggest program. After that, we have vocational classes. One of our programs is an allied health program, which is comprised of a core 90-hour course that you must take before you get into any of the other health courses. Okay, so that's the core class. Then there's home health aid, okay, which is a 75-hour course, and then you have phlebotomy.
Mostly known as HHA.
Yes, mostly known as HHA, and then you have phlebotomy, another 75-hour course, and then you have EKG. 75-hour course, and then you have hemodialysis technician, which is a 600-hour course. And that course you can finish within about a year. Like I said, we have wonderful teachers. A lot of our teachers have developed relationships with various clinics and local hospitals. And as a result, you know, once these students are finished, and sometimes they get hired on the spot, places where the teachers work during the daytime, you know. So, you know, it's a wonderful opportunity for them to take advantage of that. We also have a cosmetology course, which is a 1,200-hour course. A little bit, it'll take them about a year, obviously. And we have an administrative assistant course as well. That course is about about 1,050 hours. Okay, and that course will give you basic computer skills, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office Suite, things that's going to help you with your skills, with your technical skills, basically. Yes.
Okay, what we will mention to them is they need to know more. They can call 305-558-8000, 305-558-8000. That's the main number, because they have 21 centers. Whether you're in North Miami, South Dade, North Dade, West, and there is a school next to you with the trade that you are looking for. The best way to find out, okay, what they have available for you, where you can apply for financial aid, and I'm sure that you will be qualified and you will receive it. And you can call right now, 305-558-8000. If they need to come to the North Miami Adult Center, because I'm not going to say that I'm going to go and they are here with
it's okay.
Community. Okay,
it's okay.
What needs to be done? They can call or they can go. What is the address and what is the phone number?
Well, North Miami Adults phone number is 305-981-6774. That's 305-981-6774. Our website is www.northmiamiadultedu.com. Again, www.northmiamiadultedu.com. And we're located on 1311 Northeast 8th Avenue, right in the heart of North Miami.
In the past, I remember that you had a support from the city, that people that are living within the same zip code and were not able to pay for classes. You still have it available?
Yes, we still have the support from the city. There's been a little change in terms of the actual grant. However, we are still on board with them. And it used to be in the past where all you needed to do was reside within the city limits in order to be eligible. Now they are targeting the economically disadvantaged. So there's some applications and some forms that have to be filled out in order to determine their eligibility.
As in, they need to call or they can just swing by. From what time to what time? The school
They
is open?
they can come by between the hours of 3 and 8 o'clock, Monday through Friday. I'm sorry, Monday through Thursday. Between the hours of 3 and 8 o'clock, Monday through Thursday.
Okay. And those are the days and the time they can swing by to get some information and register, okay, for those classes. Yes. Do you have classes in the morning? Do you have classes at night? And how is the schedule?
I have classes in the morning at 2 sites. One site is the North Miami Library, located across the street from the school. We have classes there from 9 to 12. And also at Center of Information Orientation, which is located in 181 Northeast 82nd Avenue. We have classes there in the morning as well from 9:30 to 12:30.
Okay. By how long have you been with the North Miami Adult Center again?
This is my 5th year.
Okay. For 5th year, do you have any success story that you would like to share with us while you're here?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, 2 years ago, out of all of the 21 schools and technical colleges, North Miami Adult was awarded. We have what's called a big conference every year. It's a huge conference with thousands of people. And North Miami Adult was awarded with the most outstanding performance for that particular year. Since then, our numbers have been, extremely high in terms of the performance of our students, and I credit the teachers, the hard work of the teachers, the administrative team, and everyone takes a part in that. So we do very well. Just something else that I need to tell you. I don't think I had an opportunity to tell you. I was just nominated to represent the Adult Ed region as Principal of the Year.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much.
Congratulations. I
So
hope
I'm a
that you
I'm a
will
finalist.
come
Yes.
number one. Okay, you will.
I hope so too.
Yes, I hope, because you have been doing a great job there, and I know, but they do not know, but they can come by, okay, and they will see you, or they can call, and Michelle will be there to talk to them.
Yes,
One of the
yes.
person that is always there providing,
She
specific and precise information to whoever.
Yes, and if they call that number, most likely they will be talking to Michelle.
To Michelle.
Yes.
Okay, and she's there and she speaks the language. And if you don't want to speak English, or you think you can't, or you don't, Michelle is there. Okay, to help you and get into there. But the financial aid, in order for them to go, they need to apply inside of the school, or is it something that they can do themselves?
For the financial aid, they need to apply in the school. So again, they can come between the hours of 3 to 8. They can meet with the registrar. We also have a SAVES program as well, and they will be able to meet with one of our coordinators that can assist them with the financial aid part to see if they actually qualify for it. Yes.
Most of the time, teachers or principals are looking for something that is very different, and out of the ordinary. A student that came by someday, and you meet with that person, and 2 years later or a year later, you see that person, and the person is telling you, "Man, I'm glad that I came here and you spoke with me, or I spoke with so and so, and now this is where I am." And the person didn't believe in himself, and you saw something, and you said, "Keep on going." And have you have that?
Yes, being in this field is the most rewarding field one could ever ask for. It is very rewarding to see, students achieve their dreams, achieve their goals. I think I had one of the best jobs in the world as a result of just the feeling of being able to make an impact. And so running into like a hospital and one time seeing one of your students who was the lead EKG tech and that speaks volumes.
And sometimes you don't even remember the face.
And sometimes you don't even remember the face. Yes.
And they will tell you.
Yes.
And some classes, most of the time, I see people, why they don't have LPN at the North Miami? Why not? Is there a long process in order for you to have additional classes, or does the community can do something maybe for some classes to be added within the North Miami about that?
A lot of times it's based on need. It's based on demand, and then it's also you also need to find the instructor as well. A lot of times when you find someone, because my school is not a technical college, so most of my instructors are part-time teachers, meaning they have another job elsewhere. So sometimes it's hard to find people in the health field who are already working long hours to then transition over to working a second part-time job. So a lot of times it's based on that.
Okay.
Yes.
And within, you came from the island, and most of the teachers that you have, at your school came from the island.
Probably all, yes.
Not
Probably all of them.
Probably all of
Yes.
them. And how is that experience working for you? Do you relate a lot?
Oh.
And what similarities that you see, between you and them, and that keep you guys going and providing assistance, to those people in need?
The way I see it, when you're passionate about something, it doesn't matter whether or not I'm from the islands or they're from the islands or whatever the case may be. We're all passionate about what we're doing for the community, and so we're like one big family. That's something that's very important to me, and I personally try to create that atmosphere within the school, because it's very important, to have a place where you come, where you are supported, where you feel like you are being heard, where you see the impact. For me, it's just extremely important. And I have a fantastic staff. I think I'm the most luckiest guy on the planet because I have a wonderful staff. They believe in the mission, they believe in what we're trying to do, and it makes my job easier.
Is it the reason why you are one of the finalists? What is your secret? You said it, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I just I'm just grateful to have a wonderful staff. I just give thanks.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, and is there something else that you would like to add, maybe, that I didn't ask you in terms of your job there and what are you expecting from the community, and then to get involved more, participating in whatever you're doing there?
No, not necessarily. I just want to, let everyone out there know that your education is extremely important. Please, if you live in the city of North Miami, Aventura, or North Miami Beach, because we have 8 locations spread out throughout those 3 zip codes, please check us out. Just call the number 305-981-6774. Or if you don't reside in this area and you would like to get more information on the other 21 adult ed centers and vocational schools, again, call the number 558
305-558-8000.
8000, because your education is extremely important. It's the great equalizer, as we all know. And my thing for you is to just put yourself in position to where put yourself in position to where you can be successful.
Do you think that we are taking advantage within not only the adult education, but within North Miami? Have you seen enough? Don't you think that you should have more students there?
Should have more. I mean, I know we are.
You have the support, you have the grant, and they have financial aid available.
Yes, yes. Right now we have. During the pandemic, obviously, we did see a little bit of a drop-off. I'm very proud to say that our drop-off wasn't as significant when you count it from term to term. As you know, everything right now is being done virtually. But we have a little over 1,000 students right now as I speak, with a little over 2 weeks left to go before the ending of the term. But yes, there should definitely be a whole lot more students out there. So I would like to tell all of your listeners, if you or if anyone that you know, a family member, is interested in going back to school, getting an education, learning a trade, a vocation, we have something that we can offer you.
And what is important that we have to tell, like we do, we can be a mechanic, but we don't have the diploma. We can be an electrician, we don't have the diploma. It's time for them to go ahead and knock on doors and 305-558-8000, make sure you get that certificate, you get that diploma. What's going to happen? Better job?
Better job, money. Yes, absolutely.
And as you said earlier, most of the time we have people from the industry that they are going to the schools and say, hey, send me your best.
Absolutely.
Okay, the jobs are already there.
Yes.
It's up to them.
Yes, the jobs are there.
Okay, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And I think that they understood, and they will be. You said registration. In 2 weeks, school will be out, and the next registration will start when?
Well, we've already started pre-registration right now. So if you would like to register for next term, next term begins in January 4th. But we're under pre-registration now. So come if you're interested in registering for class, you can do so now.
Okay, before we go, let's repeat that. If they want to register, they can do it now.
Yes.
And they can do that by phone, or they have to go to the school.
They can do it either way. They can call, okay, and someone will direct them to either go to the website where they can register on the website. Once they complete the registration on the website, someone will contact them to possibly come out to the school. They can also pay for the class on the website as well. If they are having difficulties with that, again, they just need to call the school and we'll make arrangements for them to come out to the school, and someone will be there to work with them.
To help them. And it's easy, just for the North Miami Adult Center. And before I let him go, he's going to provide us with the phone number again and the address.
Okay, so the phone number is 305-981-6774. The address is 1311 Northeast 8th Avenue.
Okay. And from Monday to?
From Monday through Thursday, 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m.
Financial aid is available, and they have a grant as well from the city, and they will be able to help you get there. And most of those classes that you have there, you have ESOL again?
We have ESOL. We have phlebotomy. We have home health aid, HHA, EKG, hemodialysis technician. We have cosmetology. We have private unarmed security. We have child care. We have administrative assistant.
If you are interested, feel free to call
305-981-6774.
Or swing by
13110 Northeast 8th Avenue.
Li le temps pour nous bailler tête nous, valoriser tête nous, apprendre nos métiers. C'est facile, ou capable de joindre aide financière, de pour qualifier, appliquer, de pour qualifier, ou venir. Il y a un grant dans City of Miami. C'est 21 centres qui gagnent du nord au sud, de l'est à l'ouest, à bon l'école vocationnelle qui est dans la zone de la Caïwa. Numéro de téléphone central office, c'est 305 558 80 00. Invitez-nous aujourd'hui, c'est Franklyn, Glasford, the North Miami Adult Center. Before we leave, there's one thing in Creole, or many things in Creole that you can say, but there's one thing that you can say. You are going to say it by yourself, and I will finish it.
I'll do my best, but we like to say at North Miami Adult that North Miami Adult is a great start to an even greater finish. So Vini a registré, valoriser tête ou, et Marc tanou.
Eh bien, on a continué valoriser tête nous dans mi-temps Kafua. Okay, welcome, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And then that was a great job, and hoping that they will take advantage. And again, congratulations, and I hope that you win.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ok. Non pas moi, c'est Marc Lubin. N'abdou merci. C'était parti éducation dans mi-temps Kafua. N'a continué valoriser tête nous dans mi-temps Kafua. À la prochaine. Mi-temps Kafua, c'est podium pour tout Haïtien ordinaire qui font un travail extraordinaire. Quel que soit côté où il y a à travers le monde, nous menons sur podium Mi-temps Kafua. Moun sa yo, c'est moun pa yo, c'est moun pam yo. Nous devons valoriser dans Mi-temps Kafua. Ce sont des Haïtiens qui font un travail extraordinaire. Ils sont des moun ordinaires. Yo humble, yo pas aimé parler de tête yo. C'est ça yo fait qui parle pour yo. Et je dis à yo ban nous chance. Yo vinn partager vie privée yo, vie professionnelle yo. Avec vous, côté quoi besoin inspiration, côté que y a guidé pour capable progresser tout. Mi-temps Kafua, c'est podium tout haïtien ordinaire qui font un travail extraordinaire. Nous valorisons dans mi-temps Kafua.